Well, just after the speech, I caught up with the comedian and long-standing Labour activist Eddie Izzard, and I began by asking him what he made of the Labour leader's performance.
I was very pleased with that. I'm very pleased he got rid of the lectern. I like the style when he just talks to people. He is very loose, and so this is a leader's speech, so you have to make the big speech. But you could see that he can be very loose. He can react to things. He can make jokes. I like that, and he's putting out his vision here, and that is great. I want him to do that. I want him to be powerful with it. He is a fighter. People say, "Oh, is he a fighter?" He went from 33-1 to win against his brother, and that shows that he is a fighter. He may not look necessarily like one, but I don't look like I could run 43 marathons. So
I think that was about an hour and 5 minutes, something like that. That is a very long time to work without any notes, without any words.
Exactly, no notes. He shows that, this is coming from his heart, where he came from, his first generation immigrant family. I think it's beautiful that Britain can do that. You can go from them coming in from escaping from the Nazis to their sons both being politicians, one running for being Prime Minister. I think that's a brilliant thing that Britain can do that.
And very interesting, because it was sort of almost an American speech. I am an immigrant. Suddenly it is okay to say I am an immigrant.
Now, I think it's about time, because I did a documentary called Mongrel Nation. We are all immigrants, if you look at it. From way back, we know that we are Romans and Vikings and Saxons.
Where did you come from?
Well, I'm Saxon and Viking down the different sides.
But it was a definite claw into the centre. There was nothing out on the left.
The centre is where the public is in this country and all around the world. All centre right, centre left. That's where the world is. The extremists can all bugger off.
But what's turned you on here? The delivery of the speech or the content in it?
The content, the passion, and the delivery.
So he is the man you thought he was, or do you think he's become the man you wanted him to be?
No, he is the man I thought he was, because I was working with him in 2008 and I knew he was that man.
Well, were you training him?
No, I was going around, as someone who's going into politics in 8 years, I was going around talking to students and with the cabinet, as it was then, cabinet members, talking to students all around the country for the European elections.
How would you evaluate it on last year and the year before? Do you see a progression?
I see a progression. He's much more at ease, and you take time to get your feet under the table. But all the focus, it's a 5-year parliament, it could well be, so all the focus keeps going towards the sitting government. So he doesn't get so much action in front of cameras. This is the time when the cameras come to him.
Naughty word in there from Eddie Izzard. I do apologise for that. Now, Gary Gibbon is with us here in Manchester. Do Labour have a better leader tonight than they had this morning?
They feel they've made real progress. When you've got someone as cautious as Douglas Alexander telling you, as he did a moment ago, that they feel they're one step closer to Downing Street, you know how excited they are about today. A central block in the Tories' strategy, not the best kept secret this, for winning the next election, is to play on Ed Miliband. They call him their secret asset, their greatest prize. And their project is to try and play on a sense that the public have that he is weird, Ed Miliband, not up to the job. What Labour were effectively trying out today was a strategy to de-weird Ed Miliband. And it was a step in the right direction from his point of view. Presentationally, this was the best work he's done. If he can keep it at this pace, he is beginning to move in that direction. But the Tories are going to come back with other stuff and say he's not capable of tough decisions.
What do they come back with, given that he's now parading around in Disraeli's clothes?
I think next week you're going to hear the Tories say that they embrace change, they understand change. Their policies on welfare, education, even the public sector show that they are part of the modern world, and that he is stuck in the past with the dinosaurs that he talked about his children trying to introduce into the speech. They're going to play hard on that and play hard as well on the fact that they think he hasn't made any tough choices here. He hasn't poked his party out of its comfort zone.
Gary Gibbon. Well, that's it from Manchester. Back to you in London, Krishnan.